growth, and the German government's announced plans for a partial return of military service. That's the latest feature story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
New Health. This summer, you're invited to embark on your wellness journey with New Health. Their dedicated staff is here to listen to your concerns and collaborate with you to create a personalized healthcare plan that integrates with your lifestyle. Appointments can be scheduled at 509-935-6004. Prioritizing both your health and the well-being of your loved ones, New Health is committed to bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Oh, that made me happy, Scott. Good morning.
I knew it would.
It's the KCHW Morning Show. It is Thursday, June 13th. And today, Scott, is the last day of school.
Oh, you know, I got something for you if you want to do a little special show at sometime this afternoon. Somewhere in the big music library, there is a folder that says School's Out. And it's all songs about summer starting and getting out of school.
That is fantastic. I'll have to find out exactly what time the end of the day is and get that playing.
School is for the kids on the bus because it goes round and round.
Yeah, because they play KCHW on the school bus, right?
Oh, yeah.
They should. They really should.
All right. I wanted a couple, Chuck, as we get things started this morning before we go into weather and breakfast. Last night, we were just talking about this before the show, but last night I stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning doing a couple special promos for what's about to happen Friday night at KCHW. You want to hear one of them?
I do. I really do. I really do. I haven't heard this yet.
His voice gives me goosebumps. All right, here we go.
Ready?
This Friday night at 7 o'clock, it's the return of international recording artist Kevin Doran.
Suffering is in the sea. It's so when we've been feeding me, kick me to the chest, baby, hit me with your heart. Pulling on all of your anger, treat me like like the world tried.
Kevin visited Chewelah nearly a decade ago for a sold-out fundraiser for KCHW, and now we're thrilled to present him in our new Northern Lights Theater at the KCHW studios. This intimate experience is for one night only, this Friday, and tickets are very limited.
Grab your shoes and get ready to go. I've got a plane willing to take us down to Mexico.
Showtime is at 7 p.m. and doors open at 6:30 for 47 of the cushiest seats in Chewelah. Get your tickets now for just $20 at kchw.org or northernlightspublicradio.com. You can join us as well as we catch up with Kevin on the KCHW Morning Show Friday morning at 7:30 with Chuck and Scott. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. And today ain't too bad either.
You know, I'm going to get to know Kevin really well because not only is he going to be on the morning show tomorrow and then playing a concert Friday night, he's going to be hanging out with me at the Friday market.
No way.
Yeah.
No
way.
We're gonna... Did you tell him to bring CDs?
I did. I told him to bring merch, sell it. He said he's got some stickers to hand out. So, yeah.
So just listening to him sing those couple little teases from his songs, I pulled off his website at kevindoran.com. Give me goosebumps. He's got kind of a haunting voice in a way, and that warble. The clips I showed didn't really show it off, but he's got, a fresh kind of bluesy acoustic Americana sound, but he's got that, and he whips it out like a tool.
Yeah.
He's got the old-fashioned warble where you can warble your voice. It is... and it's something that, like in old-time blues and stuff, I really didn't enjoy. But with Kevin, it's ridiculously cool. His voice is amazing. And like it said in the promo, we do have 47 of the cushiest seats in town. Now, we put in some extra chairs so we can sell a few more tickets. So when those doors open at 6:30, those cushy seats, first come, first served, right, Chuck?
They're going to be gone. They're going to be gone.
So, and they are, I mean, you can sit literally in those chairs for hours. It's like sitting in a recliner at your home. It's pretty darn nice. And we owe those chairs to the Chewelah Center for the Arts.
That's right.
Applause.
The chairs, and when you come in to see the show tomorrow night, you'll also see we recently put up some curtains that were donated by some stage curtains donated by the theater.
They've taken such good care of us.
They really have. And, Sharon and Debbie McConnell and Catherine Patton, everybody over there has been, since I started this job, absolutely amazing and supportive. It's been really heartwarming and really a joy to work with those guys over there.
Since the radio station I started working on it back in 2010, PACA has been all over supporting us. So anybody that's been involved with PACA, past or present, thank you so much. We probably wouldn't be here without folks like you supporting us.
No, we wouldn't. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our good friend Joe Wazinski, even though he is leaving us to go live in a tropical paradise. I know.
Good for Joe, though. Good for Joe. Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand why anyone would want to go leave Chewelah to go be in a tropical paradise. I mean, what do they have that we don't have?
The state of Maine. Who's the thinking? Right? No, I can't come back, but I do miss Chewelah all the time. It is a special place, and if you live there right now, appreciate it, because I've lived in a lot of different towns, and I've never come across anything like it. And the good so outweighs any bad in this small town, where a lot of small towns you're like, get me out of here. But no, it's wonderful.
Well, and to keep gushing about Chewelah, last week we had the convening, the Creative District convening in town. We had the unveiling of the Governor statue in the park. We had the plein air event. We had people from all around the state here. People were blown away by this town. All these other people from all these other creative districts, there were people that were like, they're looking around, they're seeing all the stuff we're doing, and they're like, you guys have 500 people less in your town than we do, and we don't have any of this stuff. How in the world do you guys do this?
The town I live in, twice the size of Chewelah. Yep. Nothing fun happens. And some people try, and I've thought about volunteering, but even when they try, it comes out so depressing. You can't throw an event and have vendors and invite people to come in your community. And like one of them they did last year. So probably about 1,000 people showed up at Town Square around dinner time. 2 food trucks.
Oh,
So 80% of the people couldn't even eat. If you went down there, let's go down there and have some fair type food and enjoy that. I mean, you just looked at the line and went, yeah, I'm going to stand there for 30, 40 minutes and miss the music or stand there in line and be uncomfortable. Nobody wants to do that. And so it's probably a lack of, experience throwing events.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I still help out with the radio station, do stuff behind the scenes. I got my own side gig here. I just don't have the time to do it.
yeah,
So
yeah. And when we did that Governor event, we unveiled the new sound system in the
nice.
in the stage in the park. It sounded amazing. I didn't realize this is a thing I just learned about sound systems. Speakers, when they're new, they have to be broken in.
did you ruin one?
No, they're fine. They just know they
Okay.
have to play for a while. They have like a little bit of tinniness because the first half of the first set there was like this sort of tinny sound. It sounded a little off, and we had the sound guy working on it, and all of a sudden like it just like hit and just whoa, all of a sudden just sounded great. And I'm like, okay, what'd you fix? And he's like, nothing. The speakers just warmed up.
Wore in. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had what was the band? The Voodoo Church of Blues was playing with the Governor unveiling. We made the front page of the Spokesman Review talking about what a cool town Chewelah is and how our art scene rivals Spokane's as far as the magnitude, and which is especially cool for being such a small town. Over 300 people there at the park for the show and the unveiling.
Wow.
Which, you
What
just
a
talk about
great
an event
event.
with 1,000, but for Chewelah, 300 people showing up on a Thursday night in the park at 8:15 p.m. is pretty dang impressive.
Oh yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. I do a backflip every time one of our morning show videos hits 150, 200. I'm like, woo, woo.
What's that like? I don't think
Look at
that's
us, we're
happened.
podcasters.
That only happens on Tuesdays with Val.
Yeah. Yeah, people love Val. All right, let's get into that weather forecast, the stuff we're going to miss.
Yeah.
In case you're waiting on it, 79 degrees. They've downgraded the heat a little bit for the next couple days. 79, sunny skies this morning, overcast this afternoon. Cloudy skies tonight, down to 55. For your Friday, partly cloudy, 76 and 51, very comfortable day. Then the storms come in. Scattered thunderstorms for Saturday, 61 and 38 with a 50% chance of rain. And let's keep that rain in there because that if something hits the ground, that keeps it from starting to fire.
Yep.
64 and 42 under partly cloudy skies for Sunday with just a 10% chance of rain. Back to work Monday. You've got afternoon showers, a high of 63, and those showers come with a 40% chance. There you go. Kids, last day of food. What do they got, Chuck?
It is, and you know what? They don't even have lunch today. It ends at breakfast because they're getting out right at lunchtime. But they do have a variety of muffins, a variety of cereal, fresh fruit juice, and their choice of milk with breakfast.
And for those of you that enjoy knowing what the kids eat for breakfast, that's your last one till fall. Deal with it.
That's the season finale right there.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to wait till next season. But looking at that weather, I've already put my jacket away. I'm already to that point of like, where's my jacket? And this morning it was a little chilly, and I had to dig out an old hoodie covered in dog hair and stuff and shake it off. It was I couldn't find. Actually, I think I left my jacket in the car, because it was. We've been at that point where you take your jacket in the morning, and then by the afternoon you take it off and you leave it in the car, and then the next morning it's cold. Jacket's in the car. So yeah, and yes, I've been riding my bike to work. Yesterday I rode my bike to work with just a t-shirt on, and holy cow, I was freezing by the time I got here, and that was in the morning for the morning show.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah.
Sorry. I keep trying to do events, and you keep telling me stories.
I'm sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
All right. Can I go now?
Yeah, you can go. You can go.
I'm gonna just raise my hand.
Yes, Scott.
Raise my hand.
Scott.
Oh, thank you.
You have something to tell the class?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I would like to share that today is the Food Bank Day where you can go and get food if you need help. That's between 10 and 2 at the Senior Center.
Very cool.
Also, today, Chuck, it's Free Diaper Day.
That's my day.
No, it's for kids.
Oh,
It's for
okay.
kids. This is at the Catholic Church. I am waiting for it patiently. to open up, but I know you can go there today between, and I'm not sure which side of the building it's in, but it'll be from 5 this evening until 8 p.m. And they've got free diapers for babies on up to 5.
All right? It's from 10 to 11:30. It looks like it says on the.
I was reading the one below it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think Tim on the chamber calendar, I think Tim might have made a mistake. I know the plein air runs for a couple months, but it's showing up on the calendar every day of the week.
Every day.
But
they just want to remind you.
It's still going on. All right. Let's see now. Friday morning, you have the chamber meeting. Don't forget about that. Adult pickleball, 9 to 11:30. And then, Chuck, you made a big mistake.
I did?
Yeah, you never put our Friday night concert on the chamber calendar.
It's not. Oh, I submitted it. It didn't even. Well, let's add it on there, Scott, right now.
Okay, we'll add it on there. So let's finish off Friday. You got that adult pickleball, as I said, from 9 to 11:30 at the golf course. And then Chihuahua Farmers Market, 11 to 3:30. Chuck is going to be there with our entire day guest.
That's
as
right.
we bring region or international. He is an international recording artist because he hailed from Canada originally. Now is a resident of the U.S. And I'm talking about our concert with Kevin Doran Friday night. Kevin hanging out with Chuck all day.
That's right.
So
I hope we get along.
Farmers Market with product. This is going to be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Colville Animal Sanctuary fundraiser at the Quartzsite Brewery Friday night from 5 to 8 as well. Concert, you could probably, since our starts at 7, if you plan accordingly, you can go support the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary fundraiser. Maybe have a couple beers and then show up at KCHW.
There you go. Not too many before you come into KCHW, though.
I'll go kick you out.
Yeah. I will, man. I'll drop the band hammer. You don't even know. I'm tough.
All right. Can I move in? That's all the events I had, unless you wanted to tease something else, Chuck. I was just going to go through Friday there.
No, not really. I think you covered pretty much everything I'm seeing.
All right. A few news headlines. More than 220 million people across the U.S. get risk of experiencing a heat-related illness today as soaring temperatures in the west begin to expand east over the next few days. In Florida, Governor DeSantis has declared an emergency. He's still there. Isn't it time for re-election for him?
He's going to keep getting reelected over there. They love him.
Over 600 flights in the region also canceled and delayed. If you're planning on going to Florida, you're going to have trouble. The Celtics beat the Mavericks 106-99, Game 3 of the NBA Finals. They now lead the series 3-0 and are just one win from claiming their 18th NBA championship. Go Celtics.
Wow.
House voted to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress for refusing to turn over audio of President Biden's interview in his classified documents case. A couple questions there is, man, they're so into payback. They're so into payback.
Mm-hmm.
For people that probably don't deserve it, just to get even because Trump's being tried by the Department of Justice. It's gross. All right. But on the other hand, why don't they want to release the audio of President Biden's interview?
I don't know.
I think maybe we just get rid of both of them and find 2 new candidates. That's my vote.
I've said it before. Let's just not have a president, explore our options, live the single life for a while,
Yeah.
Just get rid of them both.
All right. Let's see. According to a poll, 80% of voters said the conviction of President Biden's son Hunter earlier this week will have no bearing on their vote in November. Netflix announced the hot dog eating rivals Joey Chestnut and Takeru Kobayashi will compete live on September 2nd. The news came a day after Chestnut claimed that Nathan's banned him from its July 4th eating contest. All right.
I thought there was a news story recently that Kobayashi was retiring. That he was having.
I read a news story that he died. So fake news.
Wow.
Or he came back as a wiener.
You've heard his theme song, right? Kobayashi has his own theme song.
Oh, is it?
It just
like
goes Kobayashi, Kobayashi, and it just says Kobayashi over and over again in a dramatic fashion.
Stop singing!
I will.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
I don't. It's true.
I had that in my arsenal just waiting for you to sing something, Chuck. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for making me feel so much better this morning about myself.
Timing is everything.
I know, right?
All right. What's happening today? Bridgerton Season 3, Part 2. 4 episodes. Premieres on Netflix. Brats, a documentary about the Brat Pack, directed by former member Andrew McCarthy, is on Hulu. Emilio Estevez came out and said, yeah, I was in all those movies, but I didn't hang out with them because they were horrible people.
Oh, man. Emilio.
Yeah, you should hold your hand up to a mirror. So there's 5 fingers pointing back at you.
And isn't Emilio Estevez including his brother Charlie in there?
He should. In golf, it's the first day of the U.S. Open. Airs through 5 p.m. Eastern on USA Network.
I've said it before. Growing up as a kid in Alaska, I used to love watching golf. I'd turn it on and just sort of bask in the glow of the spring and the nice weather and pretend I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sleeping?
I didn't enjoy watching the sport. I would just, feel the warmth coming from the TV.
I think it's a thing that needs to be played, not watched, but I know people do. So
it does. Kind of like NASCAR. It's good. It's a good sport to nap to. Meow, meow. It's kind of
wake me up in a half hour so I can see if they're still going in circles.
Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, look, they're still going in circles.
Stanley Cup Finals. Panthers and the Oilers play Game 3 at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Panthers lead the series 2-0. I feel like a sportscaster. That's it, Chuck.
There you go, man. You are going with the sports.
All right. This happened Tuesday. A fire at a historic hotel in Ireland. That almost came out wrong. So there's
you need a moment.
Historic hotel, and there's a fire. Everybody's on the street. They grab some random person to interview about the fire and being evacuated. And who's the random person? The Fonz. Henry Winkler was in the hotel and ended up being the random person in the street interview. That's awesome.
How is he doing? How's
he's doing great.
I bet he looks amazing. I haven't seen him since Waterboy?
Yeah, well, he was in Arrested Development.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He was, yeah.
Winkler said, I called downstairs and the woman said in a very calm voice, yes, we're all evacuating. You must evacuate right now. Very calmly.
He's
the building's burning.
He's one of those guys throughout history that he's never had a scandal. He's just always been like a nice guy,
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that good boy image of being a bad boy with a good boy image from Saturday or from Happy Days was totally true.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of a nerd.
Cool pictures, Chuck, on the internet from Florida and the floods that are going on. Not that that's a cool thing. Pictures from people's houses filled with water. Those are always fun. I like this one guy. There's a bus that the doors are actually below the water level on the bus at the bus stop. I really like. Yeah, it's still running.
That's awesome.
I like this guy. He's out. He goes, free water, and he's washing his car. And then 2 people in front of their apartment complex floating on a raft.
Nice.
Just hanging out in the parking lot.
Hey, when life hands you lemons,
make some lemonade.
You go kayaking.
We had a big flood, went right down Main Street years ago, before I had even moved back to town.
Mm-hmm.
And rumor has it, Jared went down 395 in a canoe. Jared Arnold.
Really?
Yeah. So,
that wouldn't be fun, but I wish there were pictures.
There probably was in the paper.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you there's one somewhere, Chuck.
If anybody knew somebody that had access to a newspaper
with a picture of Jared Arnold in a canoe,
yeah.
Maybe he'll pull it out for you.
There you go. Ooh, I like it. Maybe on the anniversary.
He does randomly listen sometimes, so there you go.
Actually, I think they listen every morning. So, hi, Jared. Hi, Andrea.
We're talking about you.
Yeah.
And just in case, if you go into the Independent today, make sure you go, they were talking about you on the radio this morning, Jared.
Did you hear it?
Did you hear it? All right. Here comes Chuck Ritchie with this morning's Quick Joke.
So 2 old women were sitting on a bench waiting for the bus. And the buses were running late. A lot of time had gone by. Finally, one of the women turned to the other and said, I've been sitting here so long, my butt fell asleep. The other woman turned to her and said, I know. I heard it snoring.
Oh,
man.
Why would you do that joke, man?
I don't know. Someone, I couldn't help myself. I woke
You were
up
going
this
to say
morning
somebody
and
wrote
said,
it for me?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no! We suck again!
All right, talking to an older friend about some great stuff on TV these days, mainly sci-fi. But then she told me she was when she was growing up, her and her brother weren't allowed to watch MTV or The Simpsons, which prompted me for this morning's Facebook question, Chuck. What TV show were you not allowed to watch when you were growing up?
I actually have one in particular that stands out: the Smurfs. The Smurfs.
Why would you be allowed to watch The Smurfs?
For no other reason than my dad hated it. He thought it was annoying.
So it wasn't because he prayed to Beelzebub?
No. No, had nothing to do with it. He just thought they were annoying, and he didn't like the voices.
Okay, all right. Had nothing to do with Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was Saturday Night Live.
Really?
Yeah, and me and Val were always we always watched it, and it was late, so Mom wasn't paying attention. Then she walked in on one of the, and of course me and Val are kind of old, so these are 70s episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And she walked in on the one where Buck Henry has a Polaroid, if you know which one I'm talking about.
I don't.
And that ended our Saturday Night Live watching. The nice thing was, though, on Saturdays, we just wait till we heard Dad start snoring, and then we turn on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah. You know, when I was a kid, it was that way with a lot of cartoons, because it was in our household. It was very much cartoons were for babies, and you know, not cartoons were for grown-ups, and it was just wasn't really forbidden, but it was shunned to watch cartoons. And so as I had to sort of watch my cartoons in secret, and you know, sort of go in the basement TV and turn the TV way down and watch cartoons. As a result, I still love cartoons, but you know.
All right. I notice, and Chuck, you are half the volume of me this morning.
Okay.
I thought it was my headphones, but it's you.
Okay, I was getting a little bit away from the mic there, I think.
All right. That was my only one. If you got a show that you weren't allowed to watch on, share it with us on Facebook, KCHW Radio on Facebook, and what the show was and why, maybe. And then we have another one, Facebook this. Okay, Chuck, you're on a 10-hour road trip. You can only listen to one artist. Who's it going to be?
Wow, for 10 hours. How do you pick one artist to listen to for 10 hours?
I've already got it in my head.
That's a tough question. You know, and you're gonna think I'm weird, but I might have to go with the Flaming Lips on this one.
Chuck always tells me, have you heard this band? And it's always something obscure that I bet 80% of people have never heard. Just saying, Chuck. The Flaming Lips. I might have heard of them before.
Well, they have a varied sound, and a lot of their albums are very, very long. And a lot of they have 15, 20-minute songs that, you know, have varying sounds throughout the song. So there'd be something, and some of their songs are more in your face and louder and heavier, and some of them are very sort of quiet, melodic background music. So it would work. Yeah.
I would choose. Oh, they've got a huge catalog, 2 different lead singers. Van Halen, best driving music ever. Thank you.
Van Halen, wow.
Van Halen, 10 hours in the car. Van Halen. You could probably go the full 10 hours without having to hear the same song twice.
Okay, or wanting to.
Going down the highway, cruising. That's the way I roll, Chuck.
Nice. I can see that.
All right. If there was people in the car that I didn't want to be with, Celine Dion.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine 10 hours of Celine Dion?
You know,
I found this car on the side of the road, and it looks like everyone's asphyxiated.
I could almost go with Dolly Parton.
Oh.
And then if you could include songs that she's written for other artists, then that you could listen that whole 10 hours and probably never repeat a song.
You might as well go with the Partridge Family.
Oh, man.
Come on, get happy.
That song over and over for 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
All right. Come up with something cool. Share it with us on Facebook, please. And here comes Chuck with 17 wild animals with something to brag about.
17. This is quite the list here.
Do you want to skip a few?
Yeah.
You
so,
can. Okay.
so we all know the animal kingdom that's full of remarkable creatures. They each have their own set of bragging rights, and these are a bunch of traits from the longest to the fastest, the strongest. The bootlace worm, longest animal, reaching up to 190 feet. I'm guessing that's one you might not want to Google.
Wow. Yeah, 190 feet. What kind of fish can you catch with that worm?
You could probably catch a blue whale, which is the
Okay.
largest animal by mass, weighing over 200 tons.
Okay.
Or the African savanna elephant is the largest land animal, weighing up to 7 tons. The dung beetle, which is the strongest animal relative to body weight, capable of moving objects 1,141 times its body weight. I don't think you can quite get that point, Scott, but I've seen you push some pretty heavy. I'm not going to say the word. The cheetah is the fastest land animal that reaches 75 miles an hour. The peregrine falcon. Ooh, I love watching these. You ever see them dive? We got a bunch of them around here.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's the fastest animal overall, diving at speeds of over 200 miles an hour. The golden poison frog. I almost said frog dart frog. Fart dog. It's the most poisonous animal with enough toxin to kill 10 people per frog. Crazy.
Thinking you should maybe see a doctor.
I know, right? Well, you see like the old the indigenous people in the the rainforest. They would like put their darts and stuff, and oh my God, you did it. You've done it, Scott.
All right, for our Facebook fans and YouTube viewers and Twitch viewers, there you go. There is the 190-foot worm. That is disgusting.
That is gross.
Ew.
That doesn't really look like a worm. It looks like somebody needs to see a doctor.
Yeah, it looks like intestines, really.
It really does.
And you don't want to touch it. It's covered in a mucus that kills crustaceans and can make humans very, very sick.
Ugh, mucus.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Mucus.
Ugh. So
Sorry.
The next one is the most venomous animal with tentacles equipped with 5,000 stinging cells. That's the box jellyfish. The sperm whale, once again, wasn't that one up there? Oh, no, that was the blue whale. The sperm whale is the loudest animal, producing up to 236 decibels. That's louder than your snoring, Scott. The the bulldog bat is the loudest land animal, producing ultrasonic sounds approaching 140 decibels. The ocean, is it quahog? Quahog is the loudest land animal. Oh, no. That's the longest lived bivalve. It's estimated to be 507 years old. Specifically,
They must have one in captivity. Ming the clam.
Ming the clam. You should look up what a quahog is, because is that those great big giant, like cartoony looking clams?
I bet you it is.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'm working on it.
the giant barrel sponge, while you're looking that up, is the longest lived marine organism, reaching up to 2,300 years old. A single
So it
organism.
looks like a regular old clamshell. I'm not even going to put it up.
Oh, okay. That's kind of boring. Yeah. Then the Greenland shark is the longest lived vertebrate, estimated up to 392 years old. A shark?
Why do they live so long?
Those are older than the United States of America, which isn't really that old.
Yes.
Wow, the froghopper, a highest leaping insect relative to body size, jumping 100 times its length. South African sharp-nosed frog has the record for the longest jump relative to body size for frogs, jumping 17 feet 6 inches. The red kangaroo, the mammal with the longest leap, covering 45 feet in one jump. And the last one on the list here is the mountain lion. That is the mammal with the highest vertical jump, reaching 23 feet off the ground.
And if you've ever seen a cougar in a tree, you get it.
Yeah. Climbing a tree is not the place to hide from a cougar.
A cougar.
What is a good place to hide from a cougar, Scott?
In your house?
I was going to say your house, maybe your car. But if that thing really wants you, a car's not really going to slow it down too much.
I think you're supposed to stand your ground and look big. Which is going to be a huge problem for me.
Or in the case of when I was at a campground and ran into a cougar, I dangled my dogs behind me like lures as I ran.
Here, kitty. Yeah. Give them some fresh targets.
That was the opposite response to have, but the fight or flight kicked in, and I chose flight.
Dogs are done. Wow. You're the same guy during the zombie apocalypse that would trip me, right? Right?
Well, maybe if you were on a leash.
Hey. All right.
Yeah, I
What did
was
they say
literally,
on a-
the dogs were on their side, going along the ground. I was running. They couldn't even keep up with me. I didn't know I could move that fast.
All right. What did they say on a first date that made you decide there wouldn't be a second date? These could possibly be some things I've done. Probably not, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's a person that says, within the first 10 minutes, my date said, I have a restraining order against my ex-wife. Yep, it was me.
Wow.
But she's my best friend and the love of my life. Sounded like he was already in several complicated relationships, and I should go.
Perhaps leave that one out till the second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one. She says she called her ex-boyfriend cheap because he would only take her out to eat 2 to 3 times a week, and then he cooked the other days. Wow.
That's
spoiled.
Yeah.
Man.
2 to 3 times a week. That's a lot.
You know, though, you should have seen that one coming. I would think. Yeah.
I
right,
got chicken from the gas station yesterday. Does that count as eating out?
Yes.
Okay.
In my book.
Yeah, that's fancy.
We're going to eat out. We used to actually do that Safeway on the north end of Spokane. I don't know if they still do. They used to do Chinese food. And we would go out for a date night, but we didn't like to sit in restaurants. Or at least she did. So we'd go to Safeway, we'd get all of our Chinese food, and then we'd sit in our car and eat it together, and then we'd go to the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I like going to the Yokes in Deer Park. They have this. You go upstairs and there's this like seating area, and it's really quiet, and there's TVs, and you can get food from the deli, and you can eat and watch everybody shop.
Ooh, people watching.
Yeah, it's like this little platform up above the whole store that you can look down at everybody. It's
wow, Chuck.
I don't mean it. That sounded wrong. You just look down your nose at everybody.
Oh, look up there. It's Chuck looking down on us.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
That's why
You peasants.
I don't people watch anymore because I'm afraid I get to be the subject of that at the flip of a coin. People are going, look at that guy.
Well, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's turnabout's fair play. If you're a people watcher, you're going to get watched. I think it's part of the game.
All right, here's another one. They posted, she said, I'm posting everything we say on Instagram, and I'm getting suggestions on what to ask you from my followers.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Girl once had a date. I had a date with interrupted my sentence.
What?
With the head.
Scott? Huh?
Girl once had a date with interrupted my sentence, which had nothing to do with the homeless, to tell me that she hated the homeless.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He told me that he was the catch out of the two of us.
You know, you're really dating out of your league right now.
Did you look up Mr. Wonderful in the dictionary? There I am.
Wow. You're so lucky.
Here's another one says, he said poor people shouldn't get any help. They should just stop being poor.
Oh, I should just get money.
Right wingers. Don't call me. My husband checks my phone.
Oh, man.
At least she gave him the warning sign.
Yeah. Ooh, she handed him that red flag just right out there, didn't she?
Yeah. All right, last one. Are you sure you want to eat that? I wanted some fried banana peppers in addition to my small salad. I was also 118 pounds and exercise regularly. At least he's worried about you.
I'm just interested in these fried banana peppers. That sounds good.
It does sound good.
I love a good banana pepper. Are they like the
All right.
pickled ones? I wonder.
The what?
I wonder if they like fried the pickle one, like the pickled banana peppers.
Pickled banana pepper.
Pickled banana
It's going to be tough to say. I'll work on it.
Peter Piper picked peppers. Something
All
like
right.
that.
How good are you with a car, Chuck? You know your way around a car? Can you fix things?
You know, I've done it out of necessity. I have a tendency of just kind of digging into things without really knowing what I'm doing. There's always a few extra parts, but I managed to muddle through, and sometimes it starts again. Yep.
I'm usually okay with extra parts being left over, except when it's my car.
Right. Right. Or this soundboard I took apart last night. There's a few extra pieces left over, Scott. We'll talk about that later. No, I'm kidding. I didn't take it apart.
All right.
Okay, so
yeah, go with this one. It's we know very little about our cars.
1 in 4 feel burdened by their car. I know that one. 68% of cars, especially if you have a car loan. Oh, it's like oppressive. 68% of cars currently have at least one thing wrong with them. I think that's a pretty low estimate. Maybe the rest of people just don't want to admit it. 30, they don't want to admit it to themselves. It's fine. It's fine. 36% of the people don't know the first thing about fixing a flat tire.
That's kind of scary.
That is scary. A flat tire, that's really basic stuff. A third of people aren't confident they could jumpstart a car should this situation arise. Again, come on, it's jumpstarting a car.
I think this thing we could teach our kids, and as a parent, when your kid has a car, if they don't know how to change a tire, just go out and flatten it for them.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they complain, say, figure it out.
Figure it out. Do it. The air compressors.
There's a YouTube video on that.
Right?
And some stuff in your trunk.
Or one of those, we always keep one of those air compressors that you plug into the cigarette lighter,
Yeah.
Do they still call them a cigarette lighter, or is it accessory power now?
Both I hear. So
yeah, okay. Where were we? Okay, 1 in 5 say using an air pressure gauge to check the tire pressure is confusing.
Okay,
it says 75. What does that mean? What is 75? 75 what? Yeah.
My problem with that is I'm so old that and I can never remember what pressure my tire is supposed to be on which car.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never, when you're outside, and I usually don't have reading glasses with me. So that's my biggest problem. Then I have to take a picture of the tire with my phone and blow it up so I can see what the pressure is supposed to be. So that's what I hate about filling air.
You know what I learned as an adult, to add on to this? The tire pressure that's written on the tire, that's not what you go by. You go by the tire pressure written on the sticker inside of the door.
I don't think so, Chuck.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with the manufacturer rather than the car manufacturer.
That's what I had heard, is you want to go by what the car manufacturer recommends, not what's written on the tire. That's what I heard.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
I don't know. You could be right, but I think I want to go with the tire manufacturer. They probably know when their tire is going to blow better.
See, that's what I thought, but I don't know. Apparently, it's you could comment on the Facebook page and let us know what you think or what you've heard, especially if you're a mechanic. I want to know.
Don't invite that. They're just going to say, you guys are both dumb.
They'd be right.
Please, save the idiots.
Over half of the people, 54%, feel intimidated when dealing with a car mechanic. 70% are extremely confident they could add washer fluid to their car.
Ooh, 70.
Ironically, I saw a video last night where a woman had added, she was working on her car, telling people, I got this, I don't need a man, and put the washer fluid in her oil reservoir, and then immediately had to take it to the mechanic. Yeah. 48% of people, this is the last one here, are extremely confident they could replace their windshield wipers.
Hey, your car's making a funny noise. You should take it into the shop. Ask them to check your giblets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you ever? I'm terrible with the windshield wipers because they seem like they're overly expensive for what they are.
Yeah, they really went up.
Yeah,
I bought some the other day.
And I will there's tricks to get a little extra life out of them. You can clean them with the rubbing alcohol, and then there's stuff you can buy to put on them. I had one of them, the thing just fell out. Fell out of the. There's the little groove that it slips into, and slide that thing back in there, and bend over a tab or something to hold it back in place. Man, I will use a windshield wiper for years.
I steal the squeegees at the gas station and then take the rubber flat parts off them and tape them all together. Yeah,
duct tape it.
Not saying you should do that, but you can do it. I don't think anybody's ever been arrested for that.
Usually it's time to change it when you have to go from gas station to clean your windshield off. Yeah,
it's a sign, Chuck.
Yeah.
All right. How to know that Scott leads a gross life?
Yep.
I shouldn't have put my own name on this. All right. How to tell you lead a gross life? You eat in bed. Does that necessarily make you gross? I don't think so.
I mean, if you're messy about it, I mean, we don't eat in bed often, but when we do, we have trays that sit on our lap, and we have our TV, and we'll prop ourselves up, and it's kind of nice.
I think it's okay unless it's barbecue. It's so nice when we eat barbecue in bed because the sheets are just right here. You can just wipe your hands.
Ah, it's great. You got built-in washcloths, napkins.
Smell great in the morning.
Fried chicken.
The skin.
Fried chicken. I think it'd be difficult to eat in bed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gross if you can't remember the last time you washed your sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you pull them off the bed if it looks like it's snowing. You haven't seen the bottom of your sink in a very, very, very long time.
Been there.
You don't know what's hiding in the back of your fridge? I think we all get to that point some way. We're all gross then.
I think we do. That reminds me. I got to go, Scott. I got to clean my fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't own a vacuum cleaner, but you have a carpeted house.
Ooh.
That's all right. I sweep the carpet. It works, sort of. At least the big stuff.
You know, when we first bought our home, we got suckered into one of those door-to-door salesmen selling this like really expensive vacuum cleaner. 6 months later, we replaced the carpet with wood.
Ouch.
Yeah. Paid on that vacuum cleaner for years.
Resale value on that Filter Queen probably not so good, huh?
About $65. Yeah. Should have done a Google search before we signed the papers on the loan.
I like the rainbow vacuums, but they're the same price. But what you do before you buy a rainbow, because they will last forever.
Oh yeah.
Is go online and look for a used one.
Yeah. You know, we had a rainbow, loaned it to a friend. They had it in their house for a couple months. They, did the water thing, didn't empty it, and all the condensation from the water inside completely rusted the entire motor and everything and destroyed it.
Yeah, you can't leave them sitting with water in.
Nope.
All right. Did you give him a speech before you loaned it to him? Might be on you.
I didn't tell him how to use it. I assumed that a full-grown adult that in this day and age has used a rainbow at one point or another.
It's run on water. Let's leave it for the next person.
Yeah.
No. Water and mud turn gross.
They
All right. You don't give a second thought to your cleaning products. I don't know. At least you're using them.
I put too much thought into my cleaning products, I think.
All right. You don't clean up after your pets. That makes you disgusting.
That's kind of a necessity. How do you not? I don't know.
Oh. Have you ever been to somebody's house that maybe has a puppy or a dog they never potty train, and the potty pads are like all over the house and they're all used? That's just disgusting. That
is kind of gross.
If you could smell it, it's in the air, maybe even in your mouth. Thank you. All right, Chuck. Let's see. We can do pointless jobs or trivia. It's your choice.
Let's do trivia.
All right, here we go. Trivia.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Although a conversation about pointless jobs would be kind of fun.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Pointless jobs. Announcer.
Morning show DJ.
There's one on here that's really cute. It says, I'm an aviation meteorologist at a location without planes.
Wow.
Yeah, pointless job.
Wow.
All right. You ever had a pointless job?
I once worked a security gate at a oil drilling site that was inactive.
Nice, but they don't want anybody in there messing with stuff.
It was a 12-hour shift, and I just sat there for 12 hours, and I went home.
I had something similar to a 10-hour shift. I only had 1 hour's worth of work. They literally told me, bring a TV, bring a laptop, bring something to do because you can't sleep.
They even told me I could even sleep, but I have a hard time sleeping on a job. I couldn't get myself to do it. But I did get one of those, the gravity chairs, that recline back, and my laptop, and I had a decent internet signal, and I just binge watched shows for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week without a day off ever.
I can one-up you.
Yeah?
I got paid 12 hours a day to sleep for 3 months.
Really?
7 days a week.
Wow.
Got paid 12 hours a day. And I didn't have to be asleep the full 12 hours, but yeah. That was just, and you had to be there in case somebody called and I worked the overnight 12-hour shift.
Well, that sounds like a dream
Midnight to
job.
noon. With gravy.
Wow.
I'm like, I was in my early 20s. I'm like, you're going to pay me to hang out here and sleep?
That's amazing.
Dream job.
Literally.
Because I could do anything. I had the whole day to do whatever I needed to do, work another job because I got to sleep at the one job.
That's awesome.
It is.
What was the actual job supposed to be?
I was in a communications basically truck for the Forest Service, just in case somebody called with an emergency. But between midnight and noon, no one ever called.
I went
3 months, not one call.
I mean, relevance to it wasn't a simple job, but relevance to importance, probably not very important. I was once a paid adult dodgeball referee.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a really fun job, actually.
I bet.
Yeah.
All right. So as we move into trivia with Chuck, now, Chuck, I'm going to recommend that you open up your Facebook streaming page where people make the comments, because Val was having some tough times last year, and yesterday, and a couple of people jumped in to save her. If I can get that out.
Well, that's also, again, because people like Val. Yeah. And they actually want to help, but we'll see if anybody jumps in.
We'll see if anybody likes Chuck. Oh, the pressure's on now. Don't feel bad if it doesn't work out. Because Chuck, just know that I like you.
I'm used to disappointment.
Okay. 1 in 4 women keep one of these in their purse. It is something for hygiene.
Is it deodorant?
Try again.
Is it a toothbrush?
It is a toothbrush.
Okay.
No way. 100,000 motor vehicles crashes happen each year in the U.S. because of what reason?
Adjusting the radio.
No.
100,000?
100,000 motor vehicle accidents each year in the U.S. because of this thing, people. It's your responsibility.
Irresponsibility?
It's your irresponsibility, yeah.
Looking at your phone?
No.
That number seems low for that, because I think there's probably more.
It's something you might not have done beforehand.
Something you might not have done beforehand? Before what? Before your accident?
Yes.
Use a turn signal.
And no, it's going to be tough for you. I'm going to throw it out, Chuck. Get enough sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. Got in an accident because of inadequate sleep. All right. Another trivia question.
Okay.
It's 1972. 55% of homes had this. Today, 90% do. What do these homes have?
A color TV.
No, sir.
No. A microwave.
No, sir.
Is it an appliance?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is it a Surely by then everybody had dishwashers, right?
It is not a dishwasher.
It's not a dishwasher. Is it a kitchen appliance?
No.
No.
Not necessarily.
No.
I've rarely seen one in a kitchen. But it is a home appliance.
And it's not
And
a washer?
A very, very important one. I will not live without one.
Is it a washer and dryer?
No.
No.
I cannot live without one.
You cannot live without one.
At least me. A lot of people do, but it's only like 10%.
A CPAP machine?
Wait. No, in 1972, 55% of homes had one. Today, 90% do. It's called air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what's kind of tough, an appliance that wasn't in the kitchen. And I see where you went with washer and dryer and stuff. You were
Right.
You were working it, but no, that was a kind of a tricky one. All right,
You know,
let's see if you can spy the lie.
A quick point that I'm going to get Jim Caruso from the city on the radio in the next couple of weeks. The city just got a grant of up to, I believe, about $1 million to pay for people to get air conditioners installed in their home, the split unit air conditioners in Chihuahua.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it for like low income?
For low
kind of thing?
income. I'm gonna bring him on to talk more about the program, but it's a really neat program.
What a great deal!
Isn't
Very
it?
cool.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And I do
See,
work in
another one of
radio,
the
so
benefits
I
of
am
living in
broke.
Chihuahua.
What's that?
Another benefit of living in Chihuahua.
That's right. Well, it's supposed to help bring down our power usage because the power grid in Chihuahua is overtaxed. And they're very efficient, and a lot of people are using those window air conditioners because they're cheap.
So it's a double fold thing. It's going to help them save on their electric bills, keep their home cool, and going to help the city's grid as well. What a great thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
All right. Spy the lie. Fish don't have eyelids. Statistically speaking, it's more likely that you'll be killed by a bee than a shark. Or baby drool has more vitamins and nutrients than 2 multivitamins.
I'm going to go with the baby drool.
Yeah, it's the lie. Good job.
Yep. I mean, that one was kind of obvious.
What's that in the jar? It's baby drool. Very healthy.
Give me a shot.
You should try. Want a shot? I chilled it.
Oh, that seems worse. Why does that seem worse?
It's okay. It's chilled baby drool. It thickens it a little.
God.
I dare you.
I refuse.
Oh, I was hoping you'd take it because my next thing was going to be, is there anybody listening that's got a baby? Could collect some drool for Chuck?
I would even refuse the double dog dare on that one.
All right. What if it was $1 million?
Absolutely. Wouldn't even hesitate.
I knew I could get you to drink some baby drool.
Okay. If someone has $1 million, I would drink not a lot.
We better wrap this up. 1.5 billion gallons of this stuff is made each year in the U.S.
1.5 billion gallons.
It's a food.
It's measured in gallons, so it's obviously must be a liquid.
Is everything? Huh. Is everything that's a liquid measured in gallons?
I would think so.
At the store, really?
Yeah. Maybe not.
I can think of something that isn't a liquid that's measured in gallons, and it's the answer.
It is the answer?
It is the answer.
Is it macaroni and cheese?
No.
Is it something you buy by the gallon?
It was a liquid. It was a liquid at some point.
Is it mayonnaise?
It is not mayonnaise. I'm going with mayonnaise, Scott. Right. 1.5 billion gallons of this stuff is made in the U.S. each year. Everybody loves it. It's not a liquid now.
It's not a liquid now. Cheese?
No, sir. Looking for ice cream.
Oh, ice cream. Ice cream.
I gave you such good hints, too.
It's a frozen liquid.
That's what I said. It used to be a liquid.
Yeah.
Okay. I was leading you there.
You
All right.
were.
85% of men who die while making love have what in common? 85% of men who die while making love have this in common.
A heart problem?
No.
They're over 60?
No.
Is it a certain medication they're on?
No.
What is happening? They are cheating on their spouse.
They are cheating.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you deserved it.
Yeah. Is it the stress? Maybe the stress of getting caught, or
maybe they're cheating because it was had been a really long time.
Maybe.
And they just weren't. And I guess it's older men, maybe.
And then they weren't in shape, so the heart problem, blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
I don't even want to think about this. Hold on.
Hello world, here's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
All right, for the rest of the show, anytime anything makes us feel bad, I'm gonna play that. When we come back, we're going to have local birthdays. We're also going to tease our big concert again for Friday night because we want you to hear about it again. And we will deliver the oddest news on the planet right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
Stop singing! It's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Ouch.
And stay tuned right after this song for the Kevin Dorn promo. Running again.
Okay.
If I am lying, May God strike me down right now.
Who's your daddy? Come on, you know who your daddy is. Who's your daddy? Tell him who his daddy is.
I'm your daddy.
It's 8:22.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
This Friday night at 7 o'clock, it's the return of international recording artist Kevin Doran.
Suffering is in the sea. It's sowing, reaping, feeding me. Kick me to the chest, baby. Hit me with your heart. Pulling on all of your anger. Treat me like the world.
Kevin visited Chihuahua nearly a decade ago for a sold-out fundraiser for KCHW, and now we're thrilled to present him in our new Northern Lights Theater at the KCHW studios. This intimate experience is for one night only, this Friday, and tickets are very limited.
Grab your shoes and get ready to go. I've got a plane willing to take us down to Mexico.
Showtime is at 7 p.m. and doors open at 6:30 for 47 of the cushiest seats in Chihuahua. Get your tickets now for just $20 at kchw.org or northernlightspublicradio.com. You can join us as well as we catch up with Kevin on the KCHW Morning Show Friday morning at 7:30 with Chuck and Scott.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for June 13th, 2024. I'm Joe Ullery. The Republican-led House has voted to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt following Hunter Biden's felony gun charge conviction. The Washington Post reports the 216 to 207 vote is mostly symbolic and reflects rising partisanship in Washington. Garland vowed not to be intimidated. Candidate age has received extra attention in this year's presidential race. Meanwhile, North Dakota voters this week embrace setting age limits for congressional representatives for the state. And an expert has some doubts.
In this week's primary election, 61% of voters backed a state constitutional amendment that says no one from North Dakota elected to the U.S. House or Senate can be 81 or older towards the end of their term. Elizabeth Kensinger of Boston College's Research Group on Aging says concerns about older people holding office isn't a simple debate. She says outside of dementia, the science doesn't support the idea that an older age threshold needs to be set.
The science might suggest that there are some things that an 80-year-old might be doing better than a 60-year-old or a 40-year-old.
She says that includes being able to look at the big picture on major issues and regulating emotions more effectively. I'm Mike Moen.
The Federal Reserve has kept its key interest rate unchanged, indicating just one cut is expected by year-end. CNBC reports following a two-day meeting, the Fed removed 2 rate cuts from its March projections. New forecasts show optimism toward inflation reaching the 2% goal, suggesting possible policy loosening later this year. Traders reacted positively, pushing the S&P 500 to a record high. State legislatures are missing a very large segment of the workforce, people from working-class jobs.
half of all Americans go to work every day in the service industry doing clerical work or in construction and other manual labor jobs. But fewer than 2% of state lawmakers have any experience in these kinds of working class jobs, according to a new report. Report co-author Nicholas Carnes of Duke University says when a broad section of the workforce is not represented, their concerns can be missed in critical policy decisions. He points to the old political saying, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
If there's a problem facing most lawyers, you can be darn sure the state legislature is going to hear about it. But if there's a problem facing working class people, our institutions can miss it when we have so few work in office.
1% of Republicans and 2% of Democrats in state legislatures came from working class occupations in 2023. The report echoes warnings by Northwestern and Princeton University researchers that American democracy has become a plutocracy. While ordinary voters have virtually zero impact on national policies, those decisions are dominated by wealthy individuals and business interests. I'm Eric Galatas.
This is Public News Service. The FDA has advised makers of the COVID-19 vaccine to formulate the next dosage to fight the quickly spreading JN1 strain of the virus.
JN1 was first discovered in the United States in September, and researchers say it's similar to previous strains, but spreads easier and faster. According to the CDC, JN1 accounted for 3.5% of cases in November. That number jumped to 85% of COVID cases in January. Texas A&M University virologist Dr. Ben Newman says getting vaccinated is still the best way to avoid getting sick.
It would be important, I would say, to get the updated vaccine as soon as it's available.
I'm Frida Ross reporting.
Now to Connecticut, where new legislation aims to tackle the ongoing child care workforce shortage, leaving 40,000 slots unfilled. The House bill introduces the Tri-Share Child Care Pilot Program in New London. Lieutenant Governor Susan Bysowitz says the initiative will lower child care costs. Despite providers earning just over $15 an hour, matching the national average, it falls short given the state's high living costs.
This innovative program is going to split child care expenses evenly between employee, employer, and the state to make sure that the burden is shared equitably.
The Economic Policy Institute reports infant child care costs over $15,000 annually, dropping to nearly $13,000 for a 4-year-old. Bysowich believes strengthening child care statewide will address Connecticut's broader workforce shortage, as 1 in 5 parents has quit or been fired due to child care issues. Full-time LGBTQ workers make about 90 cents for every dollar earned by the average worker in the United States. And today, LGBTQ Equal Pay Awareness Day, one Arizona organization is continuing to call for a more just and equal Arizona. Angela Huey with One Community says her organization wants to see progress. In a 2020 landmark ruling, the U.S. Supreme Court held that an employer who fires or discriminates against an individual for being gay or transgender would be in violation of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. But Huey says that only applies to businesses that have 15 or more employees.
So that means unless the business is located in one of the 11 municipalities that already has LGBTQ+ municipal ordinances in place in employment and housing and public accommodations, that it's not unlawful to discriminate against a person based on their sexual orientation. So we need to do better.
This is Joe Ullery for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Heard on interesting radio stations and your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
KCHW 102.7 FM, the music education station, is pleased to announce its first fully produced syndicated radio program that's available to public radio stations worldwide. It's called Swinging with Dr. Jazz, and you can hear it locally at 6 p.m. every Sunday night, right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. Each episode features 6 swing-era bands from the 30s and 40s. Swinging with Dr. Jazz, Sundays at 6 on KCHW 102.7 and online at northernlightspublicradio.com.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. That we are back with myself. I almost called myself Scott. Just there.
I don't like being Scott, so that'd be a great thing.
With you, Scott, and me, Chuck, back for part 2 of the show. Welcome back, everybody. That was awkward.
Put that cookie down now.
That's right. We're doing a show.
That's right. Awkward is what I do best, though. So, yeah.
All right, Chuck, kick us off with some local birthdays for this Thursday, June 13th. It is coming up on Scott's birthday week, just telling you.
It is. We have Jan Graham with a birthday.
Okay.
And
That's it?
That's it. Just one day. And today is 1 week from today. It is not only your birthday, but it is also, who else's birthday is it? Sharon Ludwig's birthday.
Yes.
She's not sure if she can make it, but I have invited Sharon to come and be on and have a birthday show with you.
All right. Very cool.
I mean, unless you want to say no here on the air.
Wow.
All right. I apologize. I'm really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
Wow, Chuck. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. No, I figured you'd want that.
All right.
That'd
be totally awesome.
I almost left it as a surprise, but I suck at surprises. So
yeah, you do.
I really do.
It's like my daughter bought me 2 Father's Day gifts. I already have one of them. I've been wearing it for 2 weeks. Give me a really cool leather hat. Really cool fedora. Yeah. It looks cool with my long hair.
There you go.
And then she got me. She hasn't told me what yet. I think I might have guessed it. She got me something from Star Trek, and I think it's a captain shirt. And if it is, you can look forward after my birthday to me doing the morning show on the bridge of the Enterprise wearing my Star Trek shirt.
That would actually be amazing, Scott.
Yes, it would.
I do that with my kids.
Birthdays.
Oh, you know, I do that with my kids. You know what you're getting for your birthday? Yeah. Take 3 guesses.
And then they can tell by the look on your face.
Yeah.
That they didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah. Usually.
All right. First celebrity birthday. Got to have a sound. I have a sound effect for it because this is how I felt when I read it. Donald Trump, 77.
Alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Because he does kind of look like Frankenstein.
A little bit.
Yeah. Will Patton from Remember the Titans and Falling Skies, 69. Boy George turning 62. Boy George hates these.
Loud noises.
Oh man. You know what you're doing again, Scott? You're on the look back 1 year.
No, I'm not. I am.
You
All right, can I start over? Can I?
Yeah.
All right, so tomorrow's Donald's birthday, so I get to do it twice.
Why did they have the look back 1 year as the 14th?
Yeah, it's not really looking back a whole year, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Today it's Malcolm McDonald, Clockwork Orange, 81. Stellan Skarsgård from Marvel's films and Chernobyl, 73. Richard Thomas from The Waltons, 73. Yeah. Tim Allen from Home Improvement, 71. Ali Sheedy from The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire. So she's one of the Rat Pack or Brat Pack. Brat Pack is 61. TV personality Hannah Storm, 62. Steve O from that movie or that TV show where they do stupid stunts is 50. Chris Evans from Knives Out and the Marvel films, 43. Kat Dennings, Two Broke Girls, WandaVision, 38. Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen are 38 years old.
The Olsen twins are hitting middle age, Scott.
And Aaron Taylor Johnson from the Kick-Ass films is 34. All right, moving on to history. It's called It Happened Today with Chuck Ritchie.
That's right. In 1884, the world's first roller coaster opened in Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. It's called the Gravity Pleasure Switchback Railway. Ironically, that's what's on Scott's dating profile. The cars traveled at 6 miles an hour.
Woo! 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 Me and Chuck wrote it 42 times.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
The wind almost blew our hair back.
Whoa. Whoa. In 1920, the United States Postal Service ruled that the children may not be sent via parcel post. Wow. In 1927, a ticker tape parade was held in New York City for aviator Charles Lindbergh. 1966, the United States Supreme Court ruled Miranda versus Arizona that the police must inform suspects of their rights before questioning them. Wasn't that recently overturned?
Like the Miranda rights are no longer a thing. Did I hear that
I'm
right?
not quite sure on that. That's what I was thinking as you were reading that. Is that still a thing? I think so. In some states.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary. Even the thought of having the Miranda rights taken away is a bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 1970, "The Long and Winding Road" became the Beatles' #1 song.
Last number one.
The last #1 song, as well as Scott's motto.
What? Okay.
It's your personal life philosophy. 19, well, like taking road trips, long and winding road. It's a good thing.
Might
It's a
it be
good
more
thing,
like a
Scott.
song called Bumpy Roads?
Right.
Take me home.
1996, the bomb disposal experts swung into action when a bomb was reported bobbing around in Hong Kong harbor. The bomb in question turned out to be a giant sausage.
Don't point those green sausages at me.
1997, Michael Jordan scored 39 points as Chicago Bulls beat the Utah Jazz 90-86 to win their 5th NBA championship in 7 years.
Okay.
Then in 2005, in Olathe, Kansas, a 17-year-old student was charged with battery after he threw up on his Spanish teacher. Witnesses told the police the boy did it on purpose. A month later, the juvenile was convicted and sentenced to 4 months cleaning up vomit from police cars.
Ooh,
man.
that's harsh.
Talk about the punishment fitting the crime, though.
Wow, that's beyond, like light years beyond.
I don't know. I mean, vomiting on somebody on purpose, that's really, really disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had that ability, though.
Right? Hold on.
I'd be a superhero called Mr. Puke.
That's almost as good as the spleen.
The human spleen.
In 2014,
team up.
What's that?
Captain Vomit and the human spleen could go on a team up.
There you go. Do you know that movie, right?
Which one?
Oh, what was the movie? It was Paul
Mystery
Rubens.
Man.
Yeah, Mystery Man. Thank you. 2014, a water-embedded rock layer was found deep inside the Earth. The layer stores 3 times the water found in all of the Earth's oceans.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. 2018, a raccoon climbed a 25-story office building in St. Paul, Minnesota, becoming an internet sensation. Isn't that what raccoons do?
I thought it was a giant raccoon. It might be more impressive.
And another kind of snooze fest news story here. 2021, President Joe Biden had tea with Queen Elizabeth II at Windsor Castle.
You don't know, though, if that was Queen Elizabeth or Biden.
Right. And then they took a nice nap afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not together, but, in separate rooms.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, well, I had to.
Wow, Chuck. Wow. You wonder why you don't have any friends.
I know, right? In 2022, flooding at Yellowstone National Park swept away a bridge and washed out some roads.
Wow.
Yeah. That was it.
Let's see. Special events for today. LGBTQIA plus Awareness Day. Career Nursing Assistance Day. Cupcake Lovers Day.
That's every day.
I never enjoyed cupcakes.
Really?
Yeah, never.
The trick is you break the actual cupcake in half. You take the bottom half, and then you put it on top of the frosting like a cupcake sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah, and then they're much less messy.
All right. This is me. I won this award one year. Kitchen Klutzes of America Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you actually win an award for a kitchen klutz?
Yes.
I see it.
You should see me in the kitchen. It's sad. And if everything needs to come out at the same time, there's going to be trouble. All right. Random Acts of Light Day. Spread the light. Be the light.
I like it.
Sewing Machine Day. Weed Your Garden Day. And World Softball Day. And here comes Chuck with the number of the day.
Weeding my garden day. That's going to take way more than a day. Way more. 813. This is actually a shocking number. That is the number of billionaires in America this year. Right
If
now.
you break that up, like 50 per state.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a lot
isn't
of.
it?
There's
40
all
per
those.
state.
There's all those billionaires out there. Come on, go to the KCHW website. Donate some money. We need it.
Share the wealth. No, we're not liberals.
Right.
We just want you to share all your money. It's a thing.
Wow.
All right. All right, a couple from the lighter side. News and nuggets is what we call them. Observance of Father's Day goes back to 1910 when Sonora Dodd of Spokane, Washington, wanted to honor her father, who raised 6 children by himself after his wife had passed away. Idea caught on, slowly spread across the country, but didn't come official until 1966 when President Lyndon B. Johnson issued the first presidential proclamation honoring fathers and designating the third Sunday in June as Father's Day. It's this weekend, if you haven't noticed. Holiday was made a permanent national observance in 1972 when President Richard Nixon signed it into law.
Wow. So Spokane owns Father's Day.
Spokane owns Father's Day. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that until this very minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow on the show, I've got some Father's Day stuff. All right. What it's going to be kind of like. The first one is a gentleman who came up with the 10 commandments of being a righteous father.
Oh,
as in a good father, I suppose. And then I've got another one, and it's basically quotes from history about being a dad, and we will share that tomorrow as we go into Father's Day weekend.
Very cool.
Got a story you want to hit on before we roll into odd news, Chuck?
Not really. No, not really. Actually, you know what? This one is actually pretty interesting. A third of Americans sleep with a comfort object from childhood, still into adulthood. That's interesting. From a special pillow, a blanket, stuffed animal held over from when they were little, 34% keep something of sentimental value close to them while they sleep. Do you have a whoopee that you sleep with?
A what?
A whoopee. You know, a whoopee, like something like a blanket or a stuffed animal. It's your special whoopee.
No, but I do have a pillow that I've had for years. I've even like resealed it into a new case because I really like that pillow. And I do, if I travel anywhere I go, that pillow does come with me. In fact, it's close to me right now.
Oh,
just kidding.
You're hugging it below the camera.
I would like to trade the pillow in for a woman, though.
Oh. Wow.
You don't like that? Okay, sorry.
Anyone?
The silence is deafening.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Bueller.
Huh?
Bueller.
Yeah. Bueller. Oh, man. Okay.
Sorry.
New report from the World Shipping Council is praising the global shipping fleet for hitting an all-time low in lost shipping containers. I didn't know that was a thing, that they had a competition for it.
No, I didn't.
No. Previous low of 661 containers was set in 2022. As recently as 2020, almost 4,000 containers lost at sea. Cargo ship MOL Comfort lost 4,293 containers in 2013. But 2023, only 221 shipping containers.
Wow.
They slide off boats, I guess. It's a thing.
That is, I keep hearing about this, but I never find any.
Yeah, I know.
Where's
bunch of cars at the bottom of the ocean that we could use.
Right? I want to find one that's full of cash, maybe. That'd be nice.
Ooh.
Or something I could trade for cash.
Oh, he's such a dreamer. Here comes today's odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Wrapping up the Thursday morning show with the news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke. And here comes Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah, Scott, a recent study revealed that more Americans are abusing alcohol, but fewer are becoming alcoholics. You know, that's the problem with the younger generation. They just lack the ability to focus on the task at hand.
Kid. On the other hand, women who smoke while exercising is twice as likely to fall flat on their faces while trying to stump out a cigarette butt on a treadmill.
The average woman gets just 25 minutes of fresh air daily, while experience over an hour of hot air from her husband every day. Ooh. That's fair.
All right, competitive eaters Joey Chestnut and Takaru Kobayashi will go head-to-head in a hot dog eating contest to air live on Netflix. So it will be Netflix and grill.
Oh.
Kobayashi Maru, like Star Trek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
For some reason that makes me want ice cream. I don't know why. There's I think one of my kids' favorite ice cream is actually called I think Netflix and Chill. Netflix
Wow.
and Chilled. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I spent like an hour trying to grill ice cream last night.
How'd that go? How'd that work out for you?
Sticky.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. A new study found that diet and exercise have proven to be equally effective at losing weight. Imagine that. You don't have to do both, though. Now, if they could figure out a way to not do either.
I think there's a pill for that.
Yeah. Is there?
All right, studies.
Hold on, let me
Yeah?
get my notepad. What do you call this pill?
Ozempic? I don't know. A study says parents who wait too late to have the talk with their kids. Now experts suggest parents have the discussion as the child is being driven home from the hospital.
Yeah, perhaps a little too soon.
All right.
I'm not sure they'll get it. New survey finds that the higher a person's income, whoops, I skipped one.
Oh,
I'll
that's
let
okay.
I'll let you finish
Okay.
it. Survey finds the higher a person's income, the happier they are with their lives. Gosh, I've had it reversed all this time, and the whole time I've been thinking the more bill collectors I have, the happier I'll be.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had it backwards.
What if I have a joke for that last joke that I did?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, a study says parents who wait too late to have the talk with their kids. It reminds me of that old joke where the dad says, "Son, I want to talk to you about that thing." And the son replies, "Sure, Dad. What do you want to know?"
Wow.
That's a sign you waited too long.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Well,
On to
listen,
Wacky
there's-
But True. We don't add anything to these stories, but a montage of movie and television clips. And here comes Chuck with the first Wacky But True story.
There you go. It seems like we're all following the story of Corey Harris now. He's the Michigan guy who drove during the virtual court hearing for a suspended license case. Remember that guy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He claimed his record was clear and then was told in person by a judge that, no, he never had a license. So some good news for now. Harris, he's obtained his learner's permit at the age of 44. Initially, he was sent to jail after it was revealed he never had a license in any state. Harris then blamed paperwork issues. Following this, he completed the process to obtain a driving permit, requiring him to drive with an adult for 30 days. Wait,
You have
after
to drive with another adult?
after that, they still gave him the ability to potentially drive in the future?
Yeah. He got a learner's permit. Here's what his wife had to say.
You are acting like a baby.
I'm not a baby, I'm a man.
You are not a man. You are a big fat joke.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal and brawn. That's what kind of man I am. You're just a woman with a small brain. A brain a third the size of us. It's science.
'Cause see, I'm a man. I've got my learner's permit.
Wow. I'm confused, though. How could he have his license suspended if he never had a license?
Never had a license. Yeah, it went round and round. It was a clerical mistake. He does have a license. Then they found out, no, he never had a license, ever.
Wow.
So he was driving on camera with a judge without a license, ever.
Oh.
Probably a bad idea. All right. Let's see. Moving on this morning. More driving news. On Monday, St. Louis, an 8-year-old child discovered driving a car with her mom asleep in the back seat alongside an unrestrained 3-year-old. Cops say the child was navigating in the wrong direction of traffic, but he was getting home. Reportedly, the child explained to authorities that mom instructed him to take over the wheel as she was unable to continue driving. 28-year-old mother, 28, was arrested. Wow. That's horrible. Hold on.
Oh, no. Your license to kill expired at 4 o'clock this morning, young man. Get in here and eat some eggs.
The kid's a great driver.
I'd like to thank my parents for never giving me a ride to school. The LA City bus driver for taking a chance on an unknown kid.
It won't be long until you're old enough to get a driver's license, Robin. Then you'll be able to drive the Batmobile and other vehicles. Remember, motorist safety.
Yeah.
I'm a very good driver. Yeah, very good driver. This one here, a grandfather being rushed to the hospital in Algeria with a blood clot in his leg was shocked when the ambulance pulled over to pick up some hitchhikers. Wow. The ambulance driver gave hitchhikers... Right? Wow. The ambulance driver gave the hitchhikers a lift to the next town before dropping them off and then taking his patient to the hospital.
Wow.
What?
He'll take you there.
Taxi? They're expensive here.
Have you ever seen the inside of an ambulance at night?
Jed.
Pitch black at night.
All I'm saying is that I won't be responsible. Dragging a man in his condition way out here in an ambulance, lugging him up 3 flights of stairs on a stretcher. Doc?
He's up there!
Give me an ambulance now!
Can't hold that anymore!
Hang on for about an hour. I'm gonna go get the ambulance. I'll be right back.
Everybody's been so nice to me. Coming back here, they let me pay for the taxi.
All right. What? In Austin, 37. Everything's kind of about driving today.
Right.
In Austin, a 37-year-old man named for a toy and fictional movie character was arrested for unauthorized use of a vehicle, meaning he was in a stolen car. Optimus Prime Blakely is his name.
Wow.
He's an 80s kid. Yes. Remains clear how Blakely acquired the name Optimus Prime. And this sound effect set was way too easy.
I'm worried, Sparkplug. I don't know why Optimus Prime isn't answering our calls.
Bumblebee, I can't interface with Optimus Prime.
It is over! Optimus Prime has been defeated!
Well,
yes, yeah.
I believe his cousin Hector Elizondo Macho Camacho Mountain Dew
Megatron
was president at the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then a man in the UK discovered he'd been walking around with a broken leg for 29 years. Ouch. The 49-year-old broke his left leg in a motorcycle crash when he was 20, and after suffering decades of pain, he found it never actually healed. He only realized he still had the injury after it showed up on a hospital x-ray.
29 years?
Yeah, you know, if you get in an accident and it doesn't heal for decades, you should probably have that looked at.
Yeah.
Did he have a crippled wing?
I don't know, but he had a peg leg.
I stuffed a hand towel and a roll of adhesive into my pocket so I could fake something that looked like a cast on a broken leg.
It's amazing that brain can generate enough power to keep those legs moving.
Spooching with everybody. Snuffy, Al, Leo, Little Mo with the gimpy leg, Cheeks, Phony Bob, Cliff.
No way, mister. You're going to the top of this mountain. Broken legs and all.
That's right.
Little Mo with the gimpy leg. Wrong. Yeah, it's all wrong. And that's your odd news for Thursday. Chuck Ritchie, what's on the radio tonight?
Tonight we have Out of the Woods from 6 to 8 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. is Kelton a Twist, and then 9 to 11 is Acoustic Cafe.
Very, very nice.
But you know what's even more important? You know what's happening tomorrow night?
I know. It's a huge deal.
It is Kevin Doran live in concert at KCHW studio. You can get those tickets online, kchw.org. Through our Facebook page. You can contact me in person. You come get tickets for me tomorrow. I'll be at the Friday market. Yeah, it's going to be... Tickets. Yeah, get your tickets. Get your tickets now. We only got a day left. Don't wait until the last minute. It already is the last minute. Go get your tickets.
And that international recording artist Kevin Doran going to be on the morning show too.
That's right.
And at the park with Chuck, you'll be able to buy some of his CDs and stuff too. He's hanging out in Chihuahua for the whole day and going to put on a great concert for us. Don't wait. Tickets only $20. And like Chuck said, easiest way to probably get them going to kchw.org, northernlightspublicradio.com. It's right there on the top of the page. Also links on Facebook, but you might kind of have to dig for those. But you're supporting public radio and you're supporting the arts. Kevin is from Canada, but now hails from Coeur d'Alene and is a U.S. resident. So very, very cool. And you will not, this is one of the most unique voices you will hear in your entire lifetime, I promise. When he sings, it will make the hair on your arms stand up. You need to be there in person, and seating is limited. I'll stop right there.
And I'm really excited that he's coming back, and he's the first performer ever in this theater coming back for round 2.
Yeah. It's perfect.
It really is. It really is.
Other than that, we want you to have a great day and keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and this is KCHW 102.7. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Duck. Thanks for letting me in again.
No problem. I'll even let you in tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes they let me stand outside to do the show.
You gotta say the magic word.
Please. Stop singing!
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Why does everyone say that to me?
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7